Hey everybody, this is my my next or last update on my Magrav system. As you can see, I have been making a new model exactly after the newest changes in the blueprint. This is I really can't remember. It's the 81 inner coil, 81 turns inner coil, and the outside coil is 162, right? I can't remember. It goes up in 9 after the blueprint. Casey's last word. And I made the Gans ball. Actually, it filled the whole ping pong ball, but I will let it dry to make it hard as stone, to make sure I have a very stable sun. Okay, this unit have been on for almost a little month. That's why I haven't heard anything from me. And I go through the startup suggestions in the blueprint or in the manual for the original fabric Magrav. The first 3 days it has only power from the wall, and then from day 4 to 7 20 watt up to 20 watt LED light, and then from the 8 to 10 I put a fan, maximum 100 watt, and from the 11th to 17th day put a hair dryer on maximum 500 watt, and I go through the steps with the 3 to 4 hours, 10 minutes running and 3 to 4 hours pause, and so on to maximum 1 hour running. And then from day 18 to day 21 I added from 500 watt to maximum 2000 watt. I used a toaster. And my measuring as usual on my test setup gave nothing at all. It not even made nano coating on my wires. The wires have slightly getting black. Maybe you could see it with a microscope, but it's not more black than the copper that has been exposed to free air, like this. And this is the copper on the coils. No nano at all. So now I followed Mr. Keshe's advices 100%, and my result gave no free power, nothing at all. But then in the meantime I have been working close together with a guy called Roald Bohm. I'm sure you all know who he is. He was the first to showing a functional Magrav, who didn't work either. And we did some research on Mr. Keshe and his organization, and we have been talking to a lot of people, and I have done my own research, and he have been doing some of his research. And the conclusion is the theory behind the Magrav system is great. It's positive and it's cool, but the physical unit in Mr. Keshe is fraud. And I really mean it. My best belief is he's a fraud. I'm ready to take everything back I said. I'm ready to apologize, I'm ready to do whatever if I see any working units. And with a working unit, I mean a unit you actually put in the wall, and the consumption count is lower than the consumption you use from the wall. And this has not been happening yet. I haven't seen anything, and we will not be seeing it. What we see is a blueprint and a story who keeps going on and on and on, and changes and changes and changes. And if you don't follow these changes, your unit won't work. But the basic entrance to this project from my aspect was Casey had a Magrav on the market and it's supposed to work, and he put the blueprint and claimed it worked. So that was my angle to this. Not to be a part of a team who has to develop the plasma technology through his ideas. That was not the case. The case was we have a working Magrav unit and you should just follow the blueprint and then you got it. And that's not what happened. So, what we see in my perspective is like a spiritual, religious movement where Keshe pretend to be some kind of messiahs or Jesus or savior of the world. I don't know Mr. Keshe personally. Actually, I think he sounds nice, and I like his way to present things and his ideas, and especially his theories, because I'm into the quantum physics myself and I know a lot about the theory. And in my world and Mr. Keshe's world, the theory is the same. But the physical Magrav system is a fraud, in my opinion. And we have been talking to a lot of people. For example, I have some. I have a contact in Belgium, which I asked to contact the Belgian police to ask if they know Mr. Keshe. Of course they did, and blah blah blah, the same story as you hear on the internet. And they tried to catch him and put him to jail for fraud. He has been making fraud on the health devices for cancer patients for around, I mean, it was like 271,000 euro, the last one. And before that he has made bigger amounts of cash. And he don't keep his promises and stuff like that. And then we have contact to his old friend Dirk, yeah, who is the negative part of Keshe. And he was the guy who actually helped Keshe writing his books and put all things together and stick together the theories and a lot of stuff. And he went out because of he don't want to be a part of an economical scam. If he's talking the truth, I don't know. If Keshe talking the truth, I don't know. You know, it's the usual fight. But what I see a not working Magrav and endless of promises and no single proofs. No measurements from Keshe, no setups where you can see. Only you only get told if it's not working, it's your failure because you didn't do as I said, and blah blah blah, and so on and so on and so on. And another thing is with these units, when I see around in all the Keshe foundations in the world, great people out there, really great people and hardworking people, but I see it like a tendency, or what do you call it? I see that people are making the Magrav units, and as soon they get it finished and they put on a fan and a lamp, they get happy and say, ah, it works, it works, it works. Yes, of course it works, because you don't even need a Magrav system to put your power through. You could use an old metal bucket and you'll have a metal bucket Magrav system, your lamp will still turn on. The point here is, are your Magrav unit saving energy? And we're talking, it's not a small amount of energy we're talking. Keshe promised 2 kilowatt hours or 2 kilowatt constant. That's a lot of power. That's for a whole household. And the Magrav unit doesn't make that. Doesn't. I tested myself. Doesn't work. So so that's the reason why I stop my project here. I won't go further before I see anyone make a positive result. And we are not talking about 10% or blah blah blah. We're talking about at least 2 kilowatt hour constant from the wall outlet through the Magrav system and in the consumptions. I want to see that measure. And then people will start screaming up like, it doesn't work because you don't put good energy into it, and that's not the goal. Is not to save money, it's to blah 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 blah. I know, I'm a very spiritual guy too, but don't be fooled or don't be blind, because the promises in this project who set all people to start was a Magrav unit making 2 kilowatt, saving money. That's it. That was the starting point. And then before that there was some all these health pins and stuff like that. I'm not very much into that, but what I'm trying to tell is the spiritual part is yeah, it's difficult to tell, because instead of making a unit from a blueprint, it became a movement. You know, the never-ending story where instead of making a finished product and test it off, then now you're a part of a spiritual movement who develop a plasma something unit who can blah blah do anything in the future, and that's cool. Please go on, because that's how things manifest and get real. But that was not my intention. My intention was to test Keshe's promises and see, does it work or not. And my standpoint from now is it doesn't work. And when I after that have researched his background, I will make an appointment that, not appointment, a statement that this is a fraud. Not the theoretical part, but the physical Magrav unit part. It's a big fraud. My opinion. Okay? So don't kill me too much on the thread. But the spiritual part is important, but it sounds like, it feels like it's more religious than it's based on some factual facts. Normally I don't like to use the word facts. Give me some proofs and facts and let me see and blah blah, you know what I mean. But you need a kind of facts, because you have to have something to show others, to prove. I don't like the word prove, but you have to show that it works so others can make a copy your work and take advantage of your thinking and stuff like that. And that's not the case here. People, it seems like people just following Keshe's word, and if he wants to change something, people change it and they don't ask questions, they just do it. And if you then ask, what about the earlier, and then what about the changes he made last time, people said, oh, you're just bad energy and blah 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 blah. But that's not the case. I think the case is some people is too addicted to this free world altogether, peace stuff, which is really good, but it's more like it's become like more religious, and with Keshe, with some kind of messiahs or Jesus, or he's talking about the Vatican, and he's the peace bringer, and all that crap. It should not be like that. It should be more. More. There should be more light on this project, to be honest. I think it was, who was it, Einstein who said it, or Tesla? If it's difficult, it's wrong, and if it's easy, it's right. And this is definitely not easy. And now I'm just talking about the unit itself, because plasma theoretical knowledge is not easy at all. When you understand it, it's pretty easy. It's actually very easy. But to get to the understanding, it's very, very hard. So, okay, I could talk for hours, but my statement is, until Keshe or anybody brings me a positive result with 2 kilowatts hours saving, or in that area, I'll say this is a fraud project. Not the theoretical, only the Magrav unit, okay? This is fraud. And I'm ready to take everything I said back, whatsoever. Just bring me the proof. Even I don't like that word, but give me something, just anything. I can't find anything. If I get that, I will take anything back. I will start up my production. I will put a lot of money in factory production to bring this out. I will make blueprints. I will make whatsoever. But for now, I'm off. And if not seeing some results within the next month, or maybe faster, I will take down my videos and all my stuff, because I don't want to be a part of a scam. I think all the people who is in this Keshe Foundation is great people, and the spirituality is great, but I don't want to be a part of fooling people, or bring people deeper into some New Age organizations based on spirituality and free energy. I won't be a part of that. I hope you understand. I love everybody from this project and no hard feelings, but in my opinion, Keshe has a two-split mind. One for the theory, green, okay, good, but his intention for the unit itself is making money, and it's fraud and a lot of things goes to this direction. And yeah, time will show, and I'm off from this time. If I get any news or any exciting things, or whatever, I'll make new videos. But feel free to make any comments, and take care until next time, if there will be a next time. But good luck to all of you, and maybe see you in the future. Bye.